What's up, internet? Welcome to another video. Now, before I get to the video, I just want to let you know that I have created a webtoon, my first ever webtoon. It's called The Adventures of Chicken Man and Chicken Boy. Now, the comic isn't anything special. I just always wanted to make my own webcomic. And I basically did it with the spare time I have off from work, which isn't actually a lot of time. But the comic book is basically about a superhero named Chicken Man because, I'm the chicken artist, so I thought it would be fun to create a superhero named the Chicken Man and his trusty sidekick, Chicken Boy, as they save the citizens in Jet City from supervillains. So if you want to check it out, the link is in the description. And now, back to the video. Now, I have watched a lot of videos of my favorite YouTube artists where they go through their old artwork. So I thought it would be fun if I do the exact same thing. So in this video, I'm basically gonna go through some of my first ever digital art. So let's go. The first of my digital drawings that I did a few years ago is this one of the Flash.
Oh my goodness!
And as you can see, this is a horrible drawing. Like, this is just so bad. Now, what I did was I did use a 3D model to pose this image, basically to make this pose, because I'm not really good at posing and I'm not really good at anatomy. So I basically use 3D models to, to as reference to help me a little bit. But yeah, you can see this is a, like, look at his leg, look at his basically his front leg, and you can look at his feet, his small foot. You can look at his hands. It just look at his left hand. It looks horrible. Yeah, this is, the anatomy is off, like the proportion is off. The Yeah, it's just not good. The perspective isn't also good. Like, the speed lines in the back, the color, the line weight. Yeah, this is definitely one of the worst drawings I have ever made, and I love this drawing. I will never delete it because I definitely think that this is one of the worst drawings I ever made, but it's also one of my favorite. But tell me, what do you think about the first drawing? Because this drawing of the Flash is horrible. The second digital drawing that I made a few years ago is this one of Batman basically murking the entire Avengers. Now, this one I also used 3D models as reference because, like I said, I'm kind of ass when it comes to anatomy and posing. But this one is definitely one of my favorite drawings that I have ever made. It's just a cool drawing in my opinion, even though I know I'm a lot more, talented, I guess. I mean, I know that I can do a lot better than this one, but I don't know, man. I just really like how Batman is basically standing over the dead Avengers. I don't even know if I can show this on YouTube because of like the blood and stuff, I guess. But yeah, like I like this one. I did draw this on a tablet with my finger. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it was difficult to do this, but yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite. Basically, like I said, I just love how Batman is just looking. And I know people are gonna say Batman doesn't kill, but in this drawing he does. I love how the Avengers A is in the background. Again, there's a lot of mistakes here and there, and not a lot of good line work, but I don't know, I really like this one. Yeah, tell me, what do you think in the comments? This is definitely one of my favorite drawings. Batman standing over all the Avengers after killing each and every single one of them. Third one I want to talk about is this one. Now, the story behind this one is that I just basically finished watching the Ultimate Avengers movie, and I love that movie. Like, I absolutely love that movie. But what I love the most about that movie is the ending. Now, spoiler alert, but in Ultimate Avengers, the Hulk basically goes, Hulk, and basically just starts attacking each and every single one of the other Avengers, and they have to basically team up to beat his ass. So after watching that, I got like inspired to draw this Basically, like everyone from the Ultimate Avengers basically going after Hulk. You got Ant-Man being giant and punching Hulk from behind. I love Iron Man basically being in his face, ready to blast him. Thor looks like he wants to chop his head off, but and Captain America not having a good day, and you can see Wasp really tiny over there. Again, there's some mistakes, and I feel like I can do a lot better now that I've gotten better. But man, this was really, I remember this being really fun to draw. Like this was a lot of fun. Now I did draw this on my drawing tablet using my laptop and a screenless drawing tablet. But yeah, what do you think? I like this one after watching Ultimate Avengers, one of my favorite movies, and definitely one of my favorite fight scenes at the end was them teaming up to take on the Hulk. But yeah, what do you think? Do you like it? Do you love it? I like it. Definitely, again, one of my favorites. Feel like I can do better, but I like this one. The next one we're gonna look at is basically this drawing that I made of. Wow, this was like what, 2020? I think. Yeah, this was 2020 when I was still in high school and the pandemic hit and we were at home for like 3 months. Yeah, like we were at home for 3 months, and I basically watched Rick and Morty and fell in love with the show. And I wanted to make kind of like a comic book, almost like Rick and Morty, like in the same kind of art style. Because this is, as you can see, this is basically me trying to make a comic. So just like earlier in this video, when I said I made a comic, it's not like the first time I ever tried to make a web comic, but I did draw this also on my tablet on the app called Medibang, because you can actually make comic panels like this in the app Medibang, and it worked really fine. Actually, it worked really good. But yeah, this is basically a scene in a comic that I was going to do, inspired by Rick and Morty. As you can see, Morty is in the fifth panel. The guy who's outside covered in blood with the yellow shirt and blue pants. That's basically like a Easter egg of Morty being dead in space. But yeah, this was gonna be a comic book about two guys. It was either being gonna be about two guys being thieves, or two guys being basically the delivery guys. Also kind of like you know Mordecai and Rigby in a way. They're in their relationship. But I already wrote the scene and basically started drawing it without the speech bubbles, as you can see. But yeah, this is literally the only panel, like the only like page of the webcomic that I was gonna make, I guess. But yeah, um, this has gotten nowhere. But it's still one of my favorite, uh, digital drawings from like years ago, like really a long time. But still, maybe I'm gonna follow it up. But I don't know. I just sometimes just come back to this and just look at it, and and as you can see in the background, there's also a lot of like you know that adult humor. I'm saying adult in air quotes. You can see the guy in the background in the third panel. He's basically a penis man. You can basically see that that dude is a penis man. And yeah, and you can also see the woman has three breasts and three eyes. Yeah, this was gonna be that comic. But yeah, now this one, god damn, I don't know what I was thinking about this one. I remember I did this in 2021, was also on my tablet. I was at work, I wasn't doing anything, and I was just bored out of my mind. And for some reason, I drew a guy eating shit from a dog, and a guy in the background puking because he's seeing a guy eating shit that was shit from a dog. So yeah, tell me, what do you think about this one? I personally, every time I see this, I laugh out loud, because what was I thinking when I drew this. And he looks so happy. Look at his smug ass face. Look at him eating shit from a dog. And the dog is ugly. Ugly ass dog. But man, I don't know what I was thinking. Like I said, I was just bored at work because I had nothing to do. And yeah. And you can look at the background at the clouds and tell me what you see. But yeah, that's it. Now, I had a lot of fun looking back at some of my old digital drawings from like years ago. And maybe I'm gonna make a part two. But as always, if you like the video and want to see more, leave it a like and subscribe. And if you want, tell me what do you think about some of the old drawings that I made a few years ago. And yeah, thanks for watching.